Good afternoon, how are you? Good morning, good evening. It depends where you're watching in this video from, but this is the football news top 10s and lifestyle zone in here onto this channel. And remember, the presenter goes by names of Rokani David in here. Please feel free to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, two big updates concerning a team which goes by names of Arsenal. A Locatelli snub in there, but there is a gap that Locatelli can go to Arsenal because there is a deadline that Sassuolo have put, and if at all Juventus fail to meet the bid, that means the bid of Arsenal will be taken and Locatelli will be an Arsenal player in there. Now, Granit Xhaka, biggest update from Arsenal today, and that is a story that I never saw coming in through, but it looks like Arsenal have now really sat themselves down and got to know that no team is going to give them the real valuation of a man who goes by names of Granit Xhaka in there. So Granit Xhaka is expected to stay at Arsenal in there. It's being reported by The Athletic saying that Arsenal are preparing to offer Granit Xhaka a new contract this summer after Roma failed to make a suitable bid for the midfielder in there. So that is something that has come out today, and we are really asking ourselves, what has failed Jose Mourinho to get in Granit Xhaka? Does he want to go in and get a player who goes by the names of Nemanja Matic from Manchester United? Because that's also something great. That's another option for him in there, but we are here to see what really it's going to happen in there. Why is Arsenal trying really to come out and offer him a new contract, yet Arteta never wanted him in his team, and he showed that he's not in his plans? Is it because of the form that he really showcased at the Euros? That is a big question that most of you should go into the comment section and tell me about. Why is Arsenal turning its back around? I think it's not all about the valuation that teams are not meeting. Is it because that Arsenal are failing really to get what we call a CDM, and they think that Granit Xhaka and Thomas Partey are really going to see them through the season in there? So when you look at his contract, he renewed his contract. His contract expires on June 30th, 2023 in there. This is 2021. That means his contract still has 2 years on it, and date of contract extension 2018 in there, June 15th. That's when he extended his contract at Arsenal in there, and it's expiring on June 30th. So I think Arsenal really want to add more 2 years on him. I think it's suitable for him because he's 28 years of age. And for me, by the way, very many people have been really complaining about Granit Xhaka, but I think it's the manager that doesn't know how to use him, because look at how he played at the Euros as the captain of Switzerland. They knocked out France and he led his team to what we call the quarterfinals in there, but he was really a very pivotal player in there. He was really the steel of the team. He was the engine of the team. So why isn't he not an engine at Arsenal? That is something that I think the board sat down and asked themselves and told themselves, no, there must be something wrong. It might be us who are not playing this player into the position he's supposed to be playing in there. So I think that is something that the likes of Arteta and a man who goes by the names of Edu are really looking at, and they feel like the market looks to be very unfair for them, because they're wanting Yusuf Bissouma, he's at £30 million. They are wanting, in the role of the CDM, they want Ruben Neves, rated £35 million in there. There is Locatelli, £30 million in there. Yusuf Bissouma, same price in there. So I think Arsenal are really now targeting to get a central attacking midfielder, either Madison or a player who goes by the names of Odegaard to return or Aouar, and they feel like instead of spending money to really go ahead and bring in a player who is going to do the CDM role, if at all you have Elo Konga who can really deputize Granit Xhaka, and if at all you keep Granit Xhaka in here, it's really going to be great in there. Arsenal had counted a lot on Granit Xhaka, on the money that they valued him close to £35 million, and Roma had only raised £17 million in there to really get the player. And Arsenal said no, because Arsenal thought if at all we get £35 million and we add that money, £35 million, you can really use it to get a CDM, either UC Besuma, Ruben Neves in there, and they really want to do their transfers as soon as possible. Something that is not happening with a man with a team which goes by the name of AS Roma. Roma looking to be a bogey side. They really look like they are bullying Arsenal in there, but Arsenal is saying, you are not going to bull us. What we are going to do, we are really going to get this player and give him a new contract. But there are two scenarios you should know. This story might be let out by an Arsenal source, because where it's coming in from, The Athletic, it's a credible source, because The Athletic is a newspaper that you pay for monthly or yearly. So that means The Athletic cannot really bring out sources that are not all stories that are not credible. That means it comes from a credible source. It's a leak from Arsenal, and maybe Arsenal is really trying to trigger or to try to really to see whether AS Roma can speed up this, can put up a catalyst of money and really say, okay, we are getting you 30 million pounds. Because I think if at all Roma says we are giving you 30 million pounds, I think Arsenal will go in and sell Granit Xhaka. But I think Arsenal on the other side, they might be wanting to stay with him because they feel like getting another CDM is really expensive, and you never know, him having a better side, a better season at Arsenal might really give him or add more value to him, especially in the post-COVID market, because the fans are getting back into the pitch, and Arsenal, they are looking and saying that if at all Granit Xhaka, we grant him 2 more years at Arsenal, then that means we would have secured his future for the next 4 years, because his contract is left with 2 years to expire. Meaning that if at all he really plays well this season, any team that comes in for him, we will be valuing him at 50-60 million pounds in there, because of the time he'll be, because of the duration of the contract that he will be left with at Arsenal in there. So to me, I think there are two reasons, things that I'm really thinking about. Arsenal might be doing it to really put pressure on AS Roma really to quick up this transfer in there, not to do it at the late season in there, because Arsenal need that money to get in a CDM. Or Arsenal really want to keep Granit Xhaka for 1 more season because of his performance at the Euros. They think the manager can really play him better. If at all he really shines into this season of 2021-2022, that means he will be really at a high market in there. His price tag will almost double in there, close to 50 million pounds in there, or 60, because he is 28 and Arsenal will be having a long contract with him. I don't know what you guys think about Granit Xhaka being granted a new contract. To me, I feel like it's good, because I think Arsenal lacks experience, and of all the CDMs they are really looking at, they are inexperienced. However much they are good, Neves is good, USU Besoma is good, Locatelli is good, but my goodness, Glenn Kamara from Rangers is good, but the problem is one. They are inexperienced. And look at the Arsenal side, it's inexperienced. The experienced people you see there, it's Bernard Leno, Hector Bellerin. Remember, Hector Bellerin wants to go. The other experienced player goes by the names of Thomas Partey, because he has been at a team which goes by Atletico Madrid that has been competing at the top European level of football in there. He has played the Champions League, he has played La Liga, he has faced many teams, so he's experienced. Aubameyang is experienced, Lacazette is experienced in there. Who else? Which are the experienced players at Arsenal? I think those are the only experienced players Arsenal have. And now you can't lose a Granit Xhaka when you are trying to build this team of a man who goes by names of Lokonga, because you know Lokonga needs to learn a lot from Granit Xhaka in there and giving him confidence and grow in there. So to me, I think Arsenal really, if at all they are rewarding him a new contract, I think the angel of the Lord appeared to either Arteta or Edu in the night and told him, please don't do this, because this is prophetic, because Arsenal look like they don't want Granit Xhaka. When you look at the news in there, Arsenal look like rejected the bid from AS Roma and told them we want 35 million pounds, because that's the realistic valuation of a man who goes by names of Granit Xhaka. And AS Roma and Mourinho said that's not realistic. The price is not realistic. You are just trying to really overprice the player. Yet for us, we feel like he is really less compared to the valuation in there. So I don't know what you think about Granit Xhaka to Arsenal. Guys, go into the comment section and tell me what you think. Let's go into this Locatelli story. Locatelli looks like he has snapped Arsenal. And Arsenal, though, however much he's snapping Arsenal, Arsenal really are left with a small space in there to really grab this signing, because Arsenal have already put their bid in there and they contacted the CEO of a team which goes by the name Sassuolo in there from Italy. But Granit Xhaka, a man who goes by the names of Locatelli looks like he wants to go to a team which goes by the names of Juventus in there. Now, Fabrizio Romano tweeted and said, Sassuolo CEO Cannavali to Sky. Tomorrow we will have a direct contact with Juventus for Locatelli. He wants to join Juventus. We would be happy to sell Manuel Locatelli to Juve, but they need to pay the right fee. Arsenal made a bid to sign him, and also a new English club is into the race. So you see that tweet in there. It comes in from Fabrizio Romano in there, the Don, the king of transfers in there. And when he's talking about Italy, leave alone other leagues in there, he is an Italian, he's in Italy, he's in Milan, and that means he gets first-hand information. All the agents in there for a team which from Italy really consult him, really give him information, and the teams, he knows all the CEOs of those clubs, and he can leak. You see, he can leak information that Raphael Varane has joined Manchester United, Sancho has joined, Lokonga has, Nuno Tavares has, Jack Grealish going to Man City. So what about where he is in the yard, in the home? That is a place which goes by the names of Milan in there. So I think he's in Italy, and this is the first week that he tweeted about the Cannavali, the CEO of Sassuolo, who came out and warned a team which goes by names of Juventus and told Arsenal the player doesn't want to go to you, he really wants to go to Juventus. In there, Arsenal have made a bid to sign him, and a new English club is now in the race. So it shows you how big this is, and trust me not, that might either be Manchester United, because United are looking for a central defensive midfielder, and Locatelli might be a very good addition to a team which goes by names of Manchester United. So, and later he came and said that Sassuolo CEO Locatelli wants to join Juventus, but they need to reach an agreement with us. He has proposals also from Arsenal and a new English club now in the race, so he needs to decide, or he could stay. We are not selling our stars after August 8th in there. So that is Cannavali, the CEO of Sassuolo in there, saying we are not selling our stars after August 8th. So I think Arsenal now can really look at this deal, and they really look at it as a deal that is going to happen, because Sassuolo want real money, and Arsenal have the 40 million euros for a man who goes by the names of Locatelli, and they've already submitted in their bid. But Sassuolo wants to play on the advantage of the player. Where does the player want to go? And if at all Juventus fail really to put in the money, because Juventus want the player on a 2-year loan, then the player signs a 4-year deal with Juventus. After 2 years, that's when Juventus feels like they can start paying off a team which goes by names of Sassuolo, and Sassuolo is saying no. That's one of the world-rated CDMs in there, box-to-box players in there. There is no way we are giving that player to you on loan, yet there are teams that are really ready to give us cash. So Locatelli, if at all he does not join a team which goes by the names of Juventus, Juventus would have let him down, and there is no way Sassuolo are not going to sell him to Arsenal, guys. If at all Juventus really comes through and says we are not really have the money, we don't have the money to offer to you, that means the player is going to be sold to a team which goes by names of Arsenal. Though one thing that I've really seen into this, that there is a new English club in the race now. If at all that club is playing Champions League football, that means Arsenal are in for it, because Locatelli cannot really go in for a team that doesn't play Champions League football and leaves a team that plays Champions League football. To me, I really think it's the only hinge into this. Locatelli would have already made his move to Arsenal, but the problem is Arsenal does not play Champions League football in there. So he feels like he should really be playing at the top level of European football in there. And the top level of European football is the Champions League in there. And if at all you really don't know it, better know it from today, that Champions League is the best tournament in the world. That's why you see the likes of the World Cup are good, but my God, European football, UEFA Champions League is something else. You can all testify. That's why you see, if at all you are in there, you get lots and lots of money. Winning it, you can get close to 80 million pounds in there, 80 in there. And so that is why Locatelli really wants to go in and play for a team that plays Champions League in there, because he feels like he should fight for his place at the Italy national team, because with the presence of Verratti, and a man who goes by the names of Jorginho, all those are playing at a top level in there. And the only way Locatelli can really go in there, he should be either playing for Juventus all a Manchester United, a Man City, a Chelsea, a Real Madrid in there, that's when the coach can really say, all right, this lad is playing at a top level in there. And the only reason that he really got into the Italian team was that Verratti was injured, and he's an understudy. He's a backup player for a man who goes by names of Verratti. So that shows you how much Verratti doesn't want to go to a team that doesn't play Champions League football. But Juventus, I don't think they have the money. Arsenal really have a glitch in there. They really have a gap, though it's tiny. I cannot really come to you and assure you that Locatelli is going to come through. But all I can tell you is that there is a gap that has been created by a man who goes by the names of Cannavali in there, the CEO of a team which goes by names of Sassuolo, when he said that we are not selling our star after August 8th. And August 8th, 9 days from now. That means 9 days from now, if at all Juventus does not really get in the money that they want, I think Arsenal's bid is already there in waiting. It's there. The bid is just waiting to be confirmed by a team which goes by names of Sassuolo, and there is no way Arsenal will fail to get Locatelli if at all Juventus really fail to really come in and do the needful. Unless otherwise, this other team that comes in from England, another English new club now in the race that has been mentioned by Cannavali, the CEO of Sassuolo in there, unless it comes through, that's when we'll see a very big change of this player not going to either Juventus or Arsenal. But Juventus need to do the following. They need to come out and break the bank, pay the 40 million euros at once. If they don't want deals like that, oh my God, so that they really do the needful and come on to a team which goes by names of Arsenal. So those are the two stories that we had. The first one was all about Xhaka's new contract. You can react to it in the comment section below, and Locatelli snub in there looking to be like there is a small glitch, there is a small gap of Locatelli coming to Arsenal in there, because they've set a deadline in there to see to it that Locatelli, if at all no club really gets him on 8th, he's not leaving Sassuolo in there, says Cannavali to Sky in there. Thank you guys for watching in. This is Rokani David, aka RD. Please feel free to go into the comment section and tell us what you think about these two stories in there, and smash the like button, comment, like and share. If at all you are new to this channel, please subscribe, and after subscribing, hit the notification bell. The notification bell will enable you get notified each and every time we are live onto this channel. Thank you guys for watching in. 5 fingers out to all of those watching in. This is the Football News Top 10s and Lifestyle Zone. I'm out.